Why do we suffer at the hands of these politicians? Don't you know politicians work for you?
Hey!
You're the boss. You hire them and you fire them. Look at their campaign. You know what they do? They audition.
Yeah!
When you put them on the job, if they're not...
Hello, Talk Labor fans. We're back again, and hey man, I got a lot of stuff for you today. We're going to talk about what's happening nationally, statewide, city, and in the neighborhoods. And I got a very, very special guest, one of my favorite people. We're going to be bringing to you in a second. Okay, coalition people, we're going to talk about where we are with that lawsuit. And hey, man, we're just going to have some good time. Now, everybody know that this is not your 5 o'clock news and all that. This is like us sitting around the corner talking about what makes the world go round. And this is where you come and get the opportunity to do that. Of course, I always tell you, if you got questions, send it in to talklabor@gmail.com. We answer all questions. Or we attempt to anyway. But anyway, let's talk about this kid that got shot at Inglewood by the police. Got a few questions to the police. First of all, where were your body cams? I mean, you had 20 cops out there. Ain't nobody had a body cam turned on. Can you explain that to me? And also, I heard you talking about you knew a day before time that before it happened that they were going to be looting and doing all the stuff that they were doing. I'm not for looters, but if you knew that, why didn't you stop it? Why didn't you make an attempt to stop it? Or did you want it to happen so that you can embarrass this mayor? That's what I think you're doing. You are trying to embarrass Lori Lightfoot. And folks, I'm not just saying this now. You know, I got another issue with cops. I'm going to be talking about it in a second. But I'm not just saying this. Think about what's going on in Chicago. You got all your top leaders in Chicago are female African-American women. Think about that. You know, you got Lori Lightfoot, your mayor. You got Kim Fox. You got Tony Pretwinkle. I mean, all your top people are African-American women. Now, the Fraternal Order Police, the so-called president of the so-called Fraternal Order Police, because that ain't nothing but a gang itself, says that if you don't allow me to kill your little black boys and men, we just won't do nothing. And believe me, they haven't been doing a damn thing. Because if you look this up for yourself, now look it up for yourself. Find out how many cases have been solved. How many murder cases have been solved by the police. In the Tribune, it says 5 out of 100. 5 out of 100. So they're not trying to solve the cases. Y'all got to think about it too. Mama, ask your son where you getting these guns from and all this. Y'all talk about it among yourselves. This is our community. Where you get these guns from? You know, if you give these kids guns, yeah, they're going to shoot. Not just black kids, but all kids. And some crazy adults will do that type of thing. But for all you Negroes that want to attack the mayor, and where were you when Richard Daley was mayor? They're doing the same thing. When Emmanuel was mayor, they were doing the same thing. You didn't say anything. This woman just got in there. She's working her butt off. I didn't vote for her. I supported her opposition, Pretwinkle. But since she's got in there, she's showing me that she's trying to fight and do what she's supposed to do. I support her 100%. And you should too. One thing I found out about, you know, and we don't want to admit it, one thing I found out about black men, we don't take too kindly to black women being in charge. But hey, they're smart. If they know what they're doing, I'm with them 100%. Now, another thing, P. Diddy, Ice Cube, running around here talking about they're not going to vote for Joe Biden and they're going to do this and do that. You know, P. Diddy, I know you were stupid for, you know, but Ice Cube I thought was smarter. I thought he had a little sense, but he just lost one fan. I will not watch another one of his movies. This man is just He's sick. He's sick. Uh, and Also, this kid, Chance, the so-called rapper. you know, you know, y'all know what I feel about him. I called him Chance the bootlicker. But anyway, now that I got my frustrations out and the angry black man is out, we're gonna talk about some good things. We can't excuse these knuckle dragging Neanderthals that follow Trump around. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But you're gonna see why I have this disdain for some of the cops that are supposed to be serving and protecting. The majority of the police, good people, but the small minority makes the majority look bad. I mean, I'm dating myself, but I go back when Phil Donahue had a show, and he had a discussion between some of the Muslims and Ku Klux Klan. It was going pretty good, but then things got out of hand. It started a fisticuff. It started a fight. Now, I got to admit, the Klans was getting their ass whooped. They broke them up. And this is what they said. Now, anybody can call me on this, and I'll pull up the old show and show you. They said that, hey, that's all right. We're going to become policemen. We're going to become legislators, and we'll be able to kill these niggas legally. That was on the show. They said it, and that's what they're doing now. You got some people in the police department, they're not there to be protecting anybody. They're there to kill. To kill. And the reason I say that, I want you to take a look at these two clips. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. One is, of course, the situation in Milwaukee. But the other one, watch what this cop does to the brother when he told him to put his hands on his head. Take a look.
Wow.
Randall. Me. Hey! Stop! Stop! Just stop! He's not. Oh my God! Are you kidding me right now? This is my car. It's not even his car.
All right, you see what I mean? Did you see what he did to that young man? And they shot this other brother. They shot at him 7 times. I understand they hit him 5 times. I can't say it's unbelievable because I come up in a time where they were doing the same kind of garbage. And I tell young people all the time, look at the history. Talk to people. You don't talk to me. Talk to people around my age, and they can tell you a lot. We can tell you all the pitfalls are. Back in 1959, Miles Davis was beat by the police. He was doing a show, came outside to smoke a cigarette, and a cop came and accosted him, and and said some nasty things. He said, "Hey man, I'm performing down here." "Yeah, nigga." And he turned around, and another cop walked up and just cracked him across the head. You'll be able to read that for yourself. Pull that up and see it for yourself, cause it's just unbelievable what's going on right now. We've seen it. They're murdering the young man now, shooting them. But when we were coming up, they were doing what? Hanging them. Hanging them. They don't treat you as a human being. But I applaud you young people for what you're doing. Keep it up. I don't like the looting part, but keep it up. Keep marching. Stay in their butt. That's what we did. So, even you've learned a lot more than us because of the intelligence that you've come across. So, but while I'm on entertainment, I want to bring to you a situation that I want all you to be aware of. We are working with a American icon. My company and I are working with an American icon, Dionne Warwick. And I know you all know Dion. And she's doing her what the world needs now. It's a stream. We're streaming her, and it's gonna be live from Las Vegas. You'll see it on television. You see the advertisement in the advertisements. I'm sorry, and you'll see that on television. They're advertising it on the radio right now. It's gonna be September 13th. You know, go to jjentertainmentgroup.com and pick up your ticket. Get that early bird ticket, and it's only $5.99. Get that because it's going to be super. Get it before the price goes up, okay? So get in there, see that, tell all your friends about it, and this is what we're going to do. One of the things we want to do, we working with entertainers here in Illinois. We want to get us an icon to come in every year, every year and kick off the season. And we're going to do that. We're starting with this great woman right here. So y'all take care of that business, all right? All right, folks, open your eyes. And I really don't even have to introduce this guy because everybody in Chicago knows him. But we're going all over the world, so they're going to get to know him. I want you to take a look at the number one DJ in Chicago, Brother Sam Chatman. Sam, what's up, Sam?
Thank you. Kind of glad to be here.
Glad to have you, man. I've been around here for a while, bouncing around. Ain't no spring chicken. But I've seen you everywhere I go, man. And somebody's going to call a DJ. It's Sam Chatman.
You know what? I'm kind of proud of that, too. And, it's no accident because I've strived hard to get to the position, and and the amazing thing, Jerry, is I still love music.
Yes. I mean, how long you been doing this?
You know what? I can't put a year on it because I've lied so much about my age. I forgot. But at least 45 years plus.
45 years plus.
Plus, at least 45 years.
So that means you were doing it before I was born then?
Yeah, probably so.
No,
and,
man, I was out there. I was way out there. I was 30.
And wait a minute. And, I was doing this while I was working for CTA, driving the bus.
I was going to ask you that question because
Yes.
I heard that you were driving the bus. You were bus driver. And everybody at CTA know you for sure.
Definitely did. I used to give the bus drivers ball every year back in the day with Homer Reed, Jackie Breckenridge, and Wonder Bright. Those are my
Isaiah.
Yeah, those are my MCs, and every event, Homer would MC one show, Jackie, or they were my Wonder Black. They were the MCs of the bus drivers ball back in the day.
Oh man, you know what? See how close we are. Mm-hmm. Because I used to be president of the union of the
308. We used to call it. Yeah. We used to say you guys were upstairs.
But you know what though? Getting back to the music, I guess DJs to me, and I deal with music a lot. Mm-hmm. And DJs to me, the guys that know how to put a show together, depending on what occasion is. Mm-hmm. And you always seem to, fall into, is that just experience? Or?
It has something to do with it, but by the same token, it has something to do with recognizing the entertainers on your show also. Now, I wouldn't put nobody, let's say if I had a show with 4 or 5 groups, I wouldn't put nobody on, I wouldn't put the Temptations on until last. Yeah. It's just, it's a feel that you have, not only for the groups, but for music. You just have a feel for it.
Yeah. You had you ain't gonna tell me your secret, so since we trying to drag it out of you, because I know that's gotta be a secret to the way you do that. Everybody can't do it, man.
No, it's no secret. You know what it is? And truth of the matter, I will tell you, studying. I studied every DJ. Back when I was a youngster, I used to listen only because my uncle had the radio on my way. I used to work in Highland Park in Glencoe and Skokie. So I'd be riding with my uncle, and he would be listening to Big Bill Hill. Yeah. I'm like, oh, this rock gut bucket blue. I couldn't stand it. I was a teenager. And then, as I got older, I began to listen to Big Bill Hill, E. Rodney Jones, Purvis Spann. I stole something from every one of those DJs, and I made it work.
Hey, man, you know what? You did make it work. Mm-hmm. I call myself, I watch people, I listen, and I can just tell DJs, some of my favorites. We got several around here that I like. Mm-hmm. But Sam Chatman, you jump right out at me. There's another kid, DJ Skyrocket, he's a young dude, but he seems to know how to hit the crowd, And that's what I like. When I'm coming to an event, man, I want you to hit the stuff I want to hear,
And believe me, it's about reading the crowd too, the age group of the crowd. Yeah. In other words, I'm not going to do a seniors party and play hip hop and rap.
Right.
I might slip one in every now and then,
right.
But I'm not going to specialize in that. Mm-hmm. I can be the age group has something to do with it, and a DJ or MC, he has to be able to recognize his audience.
Yeah.
And if he can't recognize that, he's not a DJ. And one thing I learned I never forget, I had several shows with Bobby Blue Bland, the great Bobby Blue Bland. And I remember Bobby Bland doing the interview. And he knew all the great blues singers at that era. But Bobby, you notice his diction. He spoke exceptionally well. Bobby admired Nat King Cole, the way he sang and the way if you listen to Bobby Bland, he does sound, like I don't want to use the word country or blues, but a lot of the old blues singers sounded so country, and you barely can interpret, but you can hear every word Bobby comes out of Bobby Bland's mouth crystal clear.
Sure.
And I, as a DJ, I've learned how all of the guys that I trained, I taught them how to talk over mic first, and then I taught them about the music. Because you have to be able to communicate with your audience.
You know what? I'm glad you explained that, because I said you weren't going to tell the secret, but you did. That's great. Bobby Bland, you talked to the choir, man, that was my guy. I was a kid back then, but I just love me some Bobby Bland. I still love some Bobby Bland.
Me too. Me too.
But, okay, so with this virus, I know it slowed everything down. But how are you managing? What's happening now?
What has saved my sanity is the computer. I'm on the computer researching music, good music like T.L. Williams. You might know that guy. Researching good music. Yeah. I mentioned rap and hip hop. I love rap and hip hop also, but I know where and when to play rap and hip hop. So the computer has actually saved my life and my sanity, because I'm on it. If it's 24 hours a day, I'm on it 10, 12.
Yeah.
Looking for songs, researching songs.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that has saved me, because I'm not doing any events. Now, last Saturday I did a wedding for a lady named Pat Faulkner, and I did Reverend Ozzy's retirement party last Sunday out at Calvary. So those are the only two events I've actually done all summer. The summer for me is waste. I lost the Stepaganza. Yeah. I lost a big event in Arkansas. Yeah. I lost Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle at Ravinia. I was booked for those, and Brian McKnight, and I almost cried like a baby when I couldn't. When they booked me for those events, I was like, oh, at last, right? Gone down the drain.
You know what? I was talking to a brother on my way here. Mm-hmm. I said, I'm trying to get to the studio, because my buddy gonna be there, Sam Chatman. He said, wait, Sam, look, man, tell Sam to get me these songs, because I said, he said, tell him I'm gonna kick him down. So I said, I'll tell him. So I'm telling you, my buddy said, hey man, he wants them stepper songs.
I got him. I got him. Okay. And you know what, Jerry, what makes me feel good also is that people call me from Florida, California, Atlanta. Sam, listen to this here. And there's only be a snippet. Uh-huh. Tell me, man, what is this? Who is this? Yeah. And then I'll say, oh, that's song. They say, you can do it just like that. Now, I can't do every, but 90% of, if it's a stepper song or stepper's classic, all I got to do is you give me a couple of words, and I'll tell you what it is instantly.
Oh, man. You know what? Sam, it's so great to have you here, man. You are one of my idols. I've worked with you, and I know, what it takes, and how much time and effort you put into what you do, and I see the respect that people give you, and hey, it's a privilege for me to have you on this show, man.
Well, thank you. It was a privilege to be here.
Is it any place, anything you want to give anybody the numbers?
Well, I got give you an example. I just want to mention a few. I got like Eva. I got Slim Goody. I got Monique. I got Kyra. And that's my daughters. And Samantha Chatman on ABC7 every morning. It's 5:45 and 6:45 now, and she is going to be a superstar in the industry. Right. So these are people that reach out for me. My other daughter, Cynthia, we call her C-Style. My family, they just, honestly, I am just blessed to have Chuck and Chris and Kyra. They always there with me, helping me out. And it's not a one, like just like you here in the studio. It's not a one-man job. This is my thing is a family affair because I've incorporated my children involved in. They really help.
That's where you do it.
And I love it. They help me.
That's how you make success. Hey, you heard Sam. You see, I know. All y'all know him. All y'all know him. But now you get a chance to talk to the man himself. Sam, I'm so happy you came by.
If I don't say this, I'll get fired.
Go ahead.
95.1 every Saturday at 12 noon. Okay. 95.1 every Sunday at 12 noon. I'm on Saturdays from 12 to 5, Sunday from 12 to 4, and it's the #1 radio show in the nation.
Okay, we're going to try to have the engineer put that up so people will know exactly what you're talking about.
Thank you.
And your time slots. Okay?
Thank you.
Sam, appreciate you coming, man. And look to see you again sometime, okay?
Real soon.
All right,
let's go to work.
Let's go.
That's my
let's go
theme
to work.
Song. That's my theme.
Yeah,
let's go
to work.
Hold on one second. Let's go to work. Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, that was Sam Chatman, y'all. But we got to get back down to, and I don't want to talk about this guy much. Trump. Anytime your family is calling you a crook, a thief, no good. I mean, his sister, not something distant. His sister's calling him that. And he's getting on television on his little thing, which I didn't watch, but I saw some clips. Oh, these Negroes are trying to move into your neighborhood. We got to kill them. We got to get rid of them. We got to, the man has gone nuts, and the people behind him has gone nuts. You know who haven't gone nuts? The soldiers, the veterans. The veterans, they're like, what's going on with this guy? They don't like what's going on. So, to show you what I mean, I'm going to show you this clip, and I want you to see what I'm talking about. Just take a look at this clip.
My name's Dan Kiesboltz. I'm a U.S. veteran, served in the Navy.
I was an active duty Navy SEAL.
Submarine officer.
Air Force.
Marine.
I was raised as a Republican.
I've been a lifelong Republican.
Lifelong Republican.
At least I was until Donald Trump came into the picture.
He does not care about you. He does not care about this country.
That Trump doesn't care about the Constitution. He only cares about himself.
Soldiers expect their leaders to be able to do what they do, to be willing to take that risk.
When it came time for him to serve in the Vietnam War, he got 5 deferments.
Coward. We're looking at a lying draft dodger who berates those who serve our country honorably, rewards those who do not, lets them get off scot-free. People that lie to Congress. I mean, what in the hell?
My friends are still out there and they're being targeted by the Russian Federation with paid bounties.
For these reasons, I am supporting Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
I would not consider myself liberal, but Biden is the only choice.
Country above party.
Joe Biden.
Biden. 2020. Go America.
Okay, we're back. Now, you see what I'm talking about with that guy Trump. We ain't gonna stay on that too long. I got something very important. I want to talk about the coalition update. Now, the good news is on August 17th, the status hearing before the judge was done, and the judge basically told the CTA and the pension that, hey, there's no more stalling. He set the date as to when you got to have this thing done, and there's going to be no more of this screwing around. So y'all get ready for this. Main thing is, 2 things I want to encourage you to do. If you're a member of the coalition, make sure your membership is up to date. Make sure that happens. And if you have any questions, I want you to call the president, Claude Funches, at 708-668-3566, or the vice president, Tommy Little, at 312-485-7763. And the reason why I want you to do that is because if and when CTA comes and they want to try to do a settlement, the only people that will be allowed to make a difference on the settlement is the people that are members of the coalition. You're not a member, you're not going to be able to say anything. Now, even though I filed that lawsuit and I brought a couple of people on with me. We've decided that, and I would be the person to say yeah or nay, but I've given that to the coalition. The coalition is going to make that decision. If you're a member, you'll be able to make that decision. If not, the rest of the people make that decision. Now, we're going to make sure your addresses are correct and all that, because you're going to get a letter from the attorneys letting you know that you're part of the lawsuit. You're a part of the class action that I filed, and that you're entitled to whatever settlement that we get. Okay? But you won't be able to make the decision on how much and when and where and how, unless you're all, your membership is up to date and everything is ready to go. Okay? I'm going to take this time to say to you, I want you to stay safe. I tell you all the time, wash your hands, do what you got to do, put your mask on, and try to stay safe. I run across an old school video that really says what's going on with this time right now. So we're going to get ready to get out of here. We're going to see you next week, but take a look at this old school. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Make sure you get out there and you vote, and you vote, and you vote. Okay? Nothing like it. Get out there and let them vote. Don't let them discourage you. Don't let them suppress you. Get out there and vote, y'all. See you next week.
My What's Going On album. Hope we sing some of your favorites. Like to sing along? Sure like to have you, man. Have mercy. Ooh, rockets, moonshots, spend it on the have-nots. Money, we make it. Out there. you